My little brother was deported on April 2017. We hear stories every day in the United States of babies separated from the parents at the border, at the port of entry, of people being deported within the United States, fathers being stopped at the supermarket or on their way to work or the way from work, and their children never see them again. Their small children are never, or at least for a very long time, going to see them again. As we hear these stories, we sometimes get to the point, especially as activists, that even though that threat is very real, I think it is human nature for us to think that not to us, probably not to me. It's a fear that is very present all the time, kind of like a very dull pain in your chest, always waiting and always expecting that tragic day when your family is separated. But it never actually clicks in your mind until it happens to you. As an activist, I've saved so many people from deportation. And that's wrong. I shouldn't say I saved. We saved. Collective power saved a lot of people from deportation. And yet, I couldn't save my own flesh and blood, which is my brother. After my brother got deported 2 months later, my parents joined my brother in Mexico. And the reason for that is because he was having a very hard time in Mexico by himself. He arrived to the United States when he was an infant. Therefore, he did not know what it meant to be in that country. He did not know how to appropriately speak the language or dress or anything of the culture in Mexico. So in the short span of 2 months, from having a whole family in the United States, I only had myself remaining. I don't know, I still can't find the words to describe how much it hurt to lose my family so fast. It feels like a slow, deep wound inside you that never quite heals. Kind of like a scar that itches once in a while. And then you touch it and you can feel its protrusion from your skin. It feels like that. Family separation to this immigration system that was not created for black and brown poor folk. It has been 2 years since the deportation of my brother and the departure of my parents, and I still randomly cry. I still come home sometimes and expect to see my mom or my dad, or expect a text from my brother, but those things never come. And the expectation of that and the disappointment of knowing that it's not coming, it's the most painful. Very rarely we talk about the effects of deportation, not only for the deportees and returnees, but also the family left behind in the United States. It is a pain that I don't wish upon anyone, not even my worst enemy, because quite frankly, nobody deserves to be stripped away from your home. The immigrant youth movement, we created this idea that the United States was our home back in 2010, and that is the reason why we needed to remain in this country. But it wasn't so, for me at least. For me, my home is where my family is. The reason why we migrated to this country was to survive and be together as a family. But when that family is stripped from you, when that family is no longer with you because of these unjust laws, then what do you have left? Oftentimes, I have people telling me that it isn't so bad that my parents are gone, that my brother is gone. At least they're not dead. Therefore, I will be able to see them again. And at first, that used to be something that would comfort me. But then, it turned into guilt because I felt, and then I think, at least my parents are not dead. At least my brother is not dead. I should be grateful. But have come to realize that they're wrong, because my parents and my brother are not here with me. I can't touch them. I can't smell them. I can't talk to them in person. I only have pictures. I can talk to them on the phone, but they sound so far away, as if it was a dream. I sometimes call them and they're having family time and they're laughing amongst each other, and I feel so disconnected from them. And I wonder, would I ever see them again? Because my parents never saw their parents again. They passed away before they went back to their native country. And my fear is, would that happen to me? So yes, my parents are not dead. My brother's not dead. But my pain, my anxiety is still valid. This is a wound that will never heal. It doesn't matter if my parents and my brother get visas to come back to this country to visit me, or if I adjust my status in the United States and I'm able to go back and forth. The pain of my family separated from me so suddenly and so swiftly will never heal. It will stay with us for the rest of our lives. This is why it is important for us that when we're fighting for immigrant rights, we do not only focus on liberation of dismantling the border and abolishing and prosecuting ICE and CBP, but it's also important to fight for universal health care that covers mental health resources, especially for immigrant and brown and black communities and indigenous communities. Because it doesn't matter that we crumble the borders. It does not matter if ICE is abolished and prosecuted along with CBP. If we do not help our own community to heal their wounds, we will always be behind the wall, behind the border of that pain. I really hope that for future generations, our future is brighter. And this is why I am still here in the United States, despite hurting. And this is why I keep fighting. It's because despite everything, I have hope that there is a better future.